So, I put up this video the other day talking about statements that came out of the former PlayStation boss in regards to their attitude towards single-player remasters and all the Sony remasters and remakes, as well as the PC ports, but the general gist of it was that Sony can't manage their own budgets and they expect you to do the extra work for them and give them more money. Basically, is what this statement means. If you have a brain, that's what this statement means. Their budgets are too high for them to make significant profits off of the games being sold, so they have to pay extra money for a new version of the game, first question mark, in order to make up the cost, instead of just, lowering the cost, second question mark. And it's also absolutely insulting that they expect you to pay more money for less games. Third question mark, because that's also what this statement means. It means that in order for you to get new games eventually, they want you to pay for the first game twice. So budgets are too high for single player games, meaning they need to spend additional time on the same single player game's development for a second version. And because games are so expensive for them to make, they need to get more money from you for less games. This statement should have insulted anyone who calls themselves a gamer, because it is indicative of just how broken the AAA industry is right now. Games take forever to develop because games are focusing too hard on things that don't matter. And those things that don't matter also happen to be very expensive things that don't matter. Things like ultra realistic graphics and super wonderful mega realistic lighting in your butthole. Things that make development take forever, and things that add so little to the experience. In fact, a lot of the times they take away from the experience because the consoles can't exactly manage high frame rates very well with graphics this demanding. Did you hear the air quotes I put around demanding? Can you tell I'm a PC gamer? But also, with super ultra realistic lighting and art styles and taking up so much of the development time and the budget, that means gameplay is getting simpler. And it also means these companies are putting more money into these projects, which means they need to get more mass appeal, more broad market appeal, which means the gameplay of this experience better demand as little from the average person as humanly possible. That's a good way to get gamers invested, am I right? And then would you look at that, the game sells less copies. People aren't as enthused about games like this anymore. So what we have here is budgets absolutely skyrocketing because we're putting focus on the wrong things, and the response to the situation from the corporate side seems to be, yeah, well, what if we put out the game again and spent money developing the game again? Would that help our budgets and profit margins? What if we told gamers that in order to maybe get new games in the future in a much longer period of waiting time than before, in order to make that a reality, you gotta pay for the same game twice, instead of paying for two different games one time each? Gosh gee willikers, I wonder why the AAA industry is imploding. But the other day, I made this tweet. I quote tweeted the news. I said, buy the game twice because we can't manage our own budgets. Budgets are too high, so we paid to make a second version of the game. Either way you want to interpret this, it's really, really, really dumb. But what do we know about things that are really, really, really dumb? They often come into my comments and replies and try to tell me I am wrong. So today we are going to go through some of the replies that I got to this tweet, because there were some Sony faithful in the audience who apparently thought I was just the worst person on the planet because I think it's stupid and insulting as a consumer that a corporation is openly demanding more money for less products. They are openly advertising and promoting the fact that they are putting more money than ever into the same thing you already have instead of something new. And in response to those rising costs, they think it is appropriate to expect you to up your contribution, despite the fact you are getting less than ever in return. Some people had the fucking balls to try and tell me I was wrong about this. In case you can't tell, I'm not happy about this one. Because other fanboy videos, it's like, oh, look at those guys, they're so stupid. Oh, look, that's such a silly thing that person said. Look me in the eyeballs. I'm actually kind of pissed off about this one. Let's get started. Kurt Burns says it's not about managing budgets. Costs across the industry have soared. Wrong see it with all of the layoffs, closing studios, games being canceled, and shrinking profit margins. Yes, development costs have skyrocketed for all the wrong reasons. Also, development costs have only really skyrocketed with AAA games. I wonder if this is maybe a problem with AAA games and not really anyone else. Yes, there have been a lot of layoffs over the last few years, and the layoffs are certainly not over. That's because the industry overexpanded following lockdowns. That's not the consumer's fault. Yes, studios are being closed, games are being canceled, and profit margins are shrinking. That's not the consumer's fault. You see how that works? The whole argument that I am making and the whole reason this statement is so stupid is because it's trying to put the responsibility onto the consumer. The industry was making mistakes. These companies were making mistakes. And yet they're trying to say the consumer. It's the consumer's responsibility to fix those mistakes. That is horseshit. That is them refusing to take responsibility. Like, in what universe is it my responsibility that you hired too many people? Why is it my responsibility to fix the fact that you can't manage a budget? You're the one that's putting money into things that I don't care about as a consumer. Why is it now my responsibility to bear the punishment of that? It's like, development costs are getting real high. Profit margins are shrinking. So you agree that if they spent less money, the profit margins would be fine? Gee willikers, I wonder who told them to spend more money. It wasn't me. I didn't tell them to do that. And if you look at the general opinion of gamers, I don't think gamers told them to do that. But suddenly it's the gamer's responsibility to fix the problem? No. Kenny Meat says it's quite literally cheaper to produce a remaster of an established game than make an entire game. When did I fucking say otherwise? The foundation of the remaster is there in the original, whereas a whole new game you essentially have to start from scratch. It's really not that hard to understand. When did I say it wasn't? Literally, where did I say that? Look at my fucking tweet. My God, you people are insane. You people are so desperate to defend a corporation. It's so weird. I never said it wasn't cheaper to make a remaster. I implied that it's stupid for them to say that budgets are too high, so we're remastering the game. But, budgets are too high, we spent too much on this game, so we're spending even more money on a new version of the game. Like, when did I say it wasn't cheaper? What are you on about? I love when people are so desperate to put a corporation's knob in their throat that they just start making things up. My tweet is right there. Everybody can fact check you. I literally never said that. Gamer for Life says 10 pound. Is that the pound sign? I'm fucking American. I don't know what money signs are other than my own.
We don't accept American currency, sir.
Of course you do. That's the most wonderful piece of paper in the world. Accept it.
We'll just call it dollary dues. $10 dues to upgrade. Laughing, laughing, laughing clown emoji. The problem isn't that they charge $10 dues. Well, that is part of the problem. Yes, I guess that is part of the problem. It's not the big problem I'm talking about. They charge $10 dues for such minimal upgrades. Also, in order for it to be $10 dues, several stars have to be aligned. You either have to have a PS4 disc version of the game and then a version of the PS5 with a disc drive, or you have to have bought the game digitally, which means if you bought the game physically but don't have a disc drive on your PS5, which, Sony was selling discless PS5s very aggressively before, that's kind of the whole problem, then you have to pay full price a second time. But also, if it's so clownish to be upset about $10 dues for an upgrade, like let's just go with your premise here that that's a point of mockery to not be okay with a $10 due upgrade, then why are there so many games that have upgrades for free with more substantial improvements? If anything, that alone should make it not a point of mockery that I don't want to pay $10 dues, because other companies don't make me pay $10 dues and they give me more in return. So Sony are being a bunch of dicks. That's kind of the whole issue. Like that's literally the whole issue. Why are you like this? Like, people acknowledge that the free market exists and you're like, ugh, yeah, but what about what Sony wants? I don't give a shit what Sony wants. Why do you give a shit what Sony wants? You shouldn't. CD Projekt basically just patches Witcher 3 Remastered into Witcher 3 for free, and it's fucking crickets. But then Sony asks you to pay $10 for Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered. And you're like, this is the way to do it. What? Also, we're just not going to talk about the fact that these games that get $10 upgrade patches, the PS4 versions of these games are now priced at like $40 a pop. in order to keep you from saving money. So now it's even harder to get into these games if you hadn't played them before because of the $10 upgrade. Are we gonna talk about that? No, of course not. Why would we talk about that? Why would we talk about that? It paints Sony in a negative light. Why would we talk about it? Hey, idiot, have you ever wanted a mouse pad that looks like this? Or a mouse pad that looks like this? Or a mouse pad with whatever you want on it? Novaproducts.gg. Code Joe from Seattle for a discount on a cool mouse pad with cool stuff on it, and the mouse pads feel really good, and you can do a custom mouse pad if you want. So you can make a mouse pad of just Tobey Maguire. Novaproducts.gg. Code Joe from Seattle. Joseph says, dumb fuck can't even read. And then he attaches the meme of the, like, oh, on Twitter, you can say, I like pancakes, and someone will say, so you hate waffles? No, bitch. In response to me pointing out that this was a really dumb thing for them to say. You're calling me a dumb fuck and saying I can't read, but you didn't even read what I wrote. You just saw me being critical of Sony, and you started pissing yourself. Get off the internet. You're not old enough. Get off. Adam says $10 breaks your bank. Again, it's not just that they're charging for such minimal upgrades. It's that they're now also price gouging the original versions of the games despite them being on the PS4. There is no reason that a PS4 game should still be $40 digitally. There is zero reason for that other than to keep you from saving money on the $10 upgrade. It's not that $10 breaks the bank, it's that paying for something like this at all is fucking stupid, and also the fact that there is a $10 upgrade now means that the product as a whole is going to cost you more money than before. How is this difficult to wrap your head around? Like, I don't care that the upgrade is $10. What I care about is the fact that everything surrounding the $10 upgrade puts the consumer in a worse position. CMA 8K Dual Sensible says, like all the Nintendo remakes and HD remasters, more coming your way, hope you still cry as loud then. Double standards, goalpost moving ass hats like you are the problem, not remakes. Oh, and get ready to cry about Nintendo's cross-gen strategy because they ain't cutting off Switch 1. When were we talking about Nintendo? When have I said anything positive about Nintendo, like, ever? Also, you must be fucking new here. I've criticized Nintendo's remakes and HD remasters 10 bajillion times. This isn't a one's fine and one's not. This is an it's all wrong. All of these companies are taking advantage of you. How is this not clear? You want to talk about fucking, I don't like waffles, well, you hate pancakes, or whatever the fucking meme is? You want to talk about that meme? This is that meme. Okay, last one. Conflicted Gaming says, guess it's a good thing this blown out of proportion statement was made by a former employee then, isn't it? Yes, because this very high up person at Sony, just because they're not at Sony anymore, that means we shouldn't take what they say seriously. Just because they're not there anymore means there's no way that the people who took over their position when they left have similar mindsets, and the people around them that they worked with also had similar mindsets in regards to the big decisions they were making together. Just because he's not there anymore means none of it matters and we shouldn't be paying attention. Stop paying attention. Give them more money. I can't with you people. I can't. Why are you so eager to give your money to a corporation that so blatantly does not respect you? It so blatantly does not understand what you want from this hobby, what you like about this hobby. It doesn't understand anything about this hobby. They're making that painfully clear. And as I'm recording this, we just got news that the flippin' Horizon MMO is probably canceled. So there goes even more money down the drain. There goes even more time you're gonna have to wait for a new game from these people who were working on the MMO, but they want more money from you now so they can maybe give you another game in the future possibly, and it might be something you want. Give us money now for the same game a second time. Fuck yourself. Fuck yourself, Sony. Fuck yourself, anyone who supports this. That gets my fuck yourself quota out of the way. I feel like I was pretty angry in this video. That's pretty fun, right? That's fun when Joe's angry and upset. I like when Daddy's mad at me. I'm so sorry I said that. Okay, I'll do the Doofus Club shoutouts now. Doofus Club, hooray! It's my membership system. It's 99 cents a month. It's only 99 cents. It'll never be more than 99 cents. And for 99 cents, you get a handful of emotes. I'm gonna make some more soon. You get special Doofus Club Discord access in the Discord. Like anyone can join the Discord, but there's an additional channel for people who are part of the official Doofus Club. And you also get to be part of the Doofus Club shoutouts. Every single video, I shout out every single member of the Doofus Club at the time that I make it. There are 143 right now. Okay, let's do this. Woo! All right, let's do it. Let's do it. And I'm gonna do it completely backwards this time. Curtin Allen's back. What does it say? Invest in the doofusy, not corpo-plastic boxes. Swax Enjoy, The Groove Banana, Veg, Rob C, Jidge, Joe from Seattle featuring. Oh, hi, Mark. Hoppus. Westa, Wanna Be Hobo, Bill 3 Char. Yes, Joe, read my name. Read my name. Read it. Yes, louder. Joe Taku, Puddintain, Joey Scoops, Mechanical Resonance, Extreme Wolf 7, Punk Music Sucks, Hero Culture. Joe, my dude, add me. My Steam is Tech 9, 2000. A smiley face. I don't know why I turned Italian there. Ranroy, Raven, and Bloodrot. Also, Joe, you are awesome. You're awesome. No, you're beautiful. No, you're You're breathtaking. I forgot what word it was. Hentai, Binary Deviant, Console Sims Tears. Join the Doofus Discub. That's right, you should. Curbside Anthem sucks. No, we don't. Rebel Blood 87 Christensen. All Games Video. I American Idiot. Boof Nerd. Kibikins. Gaming with Dead People. Hey, it's Maddie. Joe, can I leave the basement now? No. Diego Garcia, Mick Advertisement, Wild Gamer 3001, Demetrius Papagiorno, Jody Breeze, Lego Batman games are great. That's actually true. It's objectively true. 19 inches of Venom is my new MR main. Carl Weezer, Raptor 1, Snorlaxon. This name that I just can't read that. Blue Hook, Mr. Self-Destruct, Raptor Tim. Joe has a big, girthy, and thick Steam Deck, you perv. Johnny Bravo, but voice acted by his Jennifer Coolidge. Femtango, DeJojo 6, Ryusagi, Vasco, Matt H, Kushka, Ghost Ho, The Scruffy Skull, Manga Key, Michael Musial, Yeah, I Cam, So Floppy Pingus, Ian in Action, Gava P, Frost Crystal, Edge Knight 1789, Biogenesis, Eldun the Nooble, Jimmy Chops, Hangman for Hire. Oh, gosh. Gzegosh Bzenchishikevich. I swear they're slightly changing this every single time. I swear that's happening. That's my conspiracy theory. Grimsy, Dognigzy, Rogue Winter 0901, Bobby Hinner, Gob Gobson, Nick Donegan, Wyatt Trouble, Donnie Weston, Etno Omega. It's the Catalina frickin' wine mixer. Pow, pow. Ex Machina Gamma Severin, Evans, Mr. Spawning 03. Joe from Seattle has a really big peen. You guys are interested in certain things. Elite, why did I say that like the Advanced Warfare supply by Elite? Joe, why is your community a bunch of furries? I don't know. I don't know them like that. Magneck, Thornskade, Tom from Spokane, OM Gaming, Pope Raphael, the Rat King, Tariq Brown, Biscuit 101, 101. Wait, Biscuit 101. Holy fuck. Anurag Gupta, The Beesum, Steve Went Studios, Phil McCracken, Kev Dog 1992. Next page. Pig Venus, Stick Rider, The Cunt Connoisseur, Don't Step on Snake, Wolf of Midnight, Cloaked Onyx. I own 4 copies of Click 2006 on Blu-ray. Mura Reborn Mew with the fan art. What the fan art? Nick, Nickox, ML04, Fox Alto, Anon Voila, Night of Cypher, Black Cobra, Game Showcase is totally insane. Chap, so I joined the Doofus Club the other day. Vendetta Autry, Max Itchev, Devastator 2000, Partial Mean 8, Creed Warrior 23. That PC Mike vid turned himself into Joe from a distance. Senso Nakage, True Texican 940, Hinoka's #1 Saudi fan. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be thinking about that for like an hour. Saving for a Motorcycle, The Silver Dragon, Cyrus, Sergeant Jason Bond, Baron Von Vaderham, Smash Jump, Karumi the Steel Angel. You are a sad, strange little doofus. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I could have bought a Fredo instead of this. I know what a Fredo is now. It's this. Someone on the Discord told me what a Fredo was, so thank you for that. Techmanix, Muskie, Riki Spiral, Riki Tiki Tacky. Riki Tiki Tabby. I said tacky. Riki Tiki Tabby. I still swear that's a reference to something that I'm just forgetting. Blast 1314, Jessica Shepard. My goodness. Thank you guys for joining the Doofus Club. Thanks for having fun with us here at the Doofus Club. Okay. Next video for you to watch. Go watch the next video. Goodbye. Toodles.